Good evening, everybody. This is Lee Boone, and I wanted to talk to you about something. I wanted to tie something in for you. Okay, let me adjust this real quick. Okay, I wanted to tie something in for you real quick. Uh, a lot of people have this misconception that you have to work a job to make some good money, or they think that you're supposed to go to college to make some to increase your education, which education is great. Nothing wrong with education, no ifs, ands, and buts. But they think that you're supposed to go to an academic institution and learn a skill or a trade and then get a job. And then you'll be happy and then you'll make good money. But here is the problem with that. Uh, if you don't get an education, you're not going to have enough money, or you're not going to have enough time, or you're not going to have enough both. Now, we're supposed to have 24 hours in a day. No one's exempt from that. But the problem is that the rich are getting richer because they understand how to multiply their hours in a day, which if you click on my link down below, I'm going to show you 3 simple steps to do that. And another thing that rich people understand is how to, okay, I said the time, they understand how to multiply the time in the day, but they also understand how to get money in a short period of time because they know how to multiply their hours in a day. I show you 3 simple solutions to getting that. But I want to tie something in for you, because just so you understand that, you've been brainwashed. And I know our parents, they taught us to go to school and go and get our masters, get our doctors, or whatever it is. Our parents only knew what they were taught. Now you got to remember, at one point, for people of people of my color, reading, you couldn't be caught reading. I mean, you don't believe me? Go back and look at the stories about Phyllis Wheatley and look at how things played out for her. I mean, you could get killed for reading. Like, reading was like the drug. It was like, man, you got them books. Hey, man, let me get some of them books from you. Because knowledge was truly, it was crack for us at some point. And we were trying to get it by any means. And it's just like the old adage, once you get something and you have it, you don't appreciate it. And that's typically what happens. But I want to show you something. My people were dominating throughout throughout the time that they came out of Egypt. My people were dominating because they had no king, and they were conquering territories. I mean, King David, of course, he came after. You saw what he did. But it wasn't originally designed for us to have a king. It wasn't designed for us to have a government. And what I think right now is so powerful about my company is that we're shifting the world right now into getting out of the way of saying, I need a job to make money, or I need to get education by an academic institution to make money. And we're shifting into, man, everything is so accessible. We can learn from home. We can do from home. We can make money from home. And more importantly, when we're making money from home, we're not missing our moments with our children. We're not missing our moments with our spouses. We're not missing anything because we have control over our time. We can dedicate our time to making money at home online anytime we want to. And that's the power in this all. And it doesn't matter if you work 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, 70 hours a week. The cool thing about, if you click this link below, I'm going to show you 3 simple steps to take to make money online. Straight talk, no chaser. So again, I want to read something to you, okay? Now, I don't know what religion you are, and I'm not opposed to you believing whatever you want to believe. We all have free will. That's not the intent. But I just want to show you from my standpoint and what I believe, how we were not created to be in government. And we were not created to be governed. We were actually created to use our talents and abilities, and that's how we're supposed to take care of ourselves. That's the gift that was given to us so we can take care of ourselves. But so many times we're taking our gifts and we're taking care of somebody else. So just follow me here, okay? I'm going to read from the Scriptures Institute for Scripture Research. And I'm going to read from the book of Samuel Alpha, and that is First Samuel, and I want to read from chapter 8. Okay? And I'm just going to read to a certain point, and then I'm going to stop. And it goes, "And it came to be when Samuel was old, that he made his sons rulers over Israel. And the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second was Abiah, rulers of Beersheba. But his sons did not walk in his ways, and turned aside after own gain, and took bribes and twisted right ruling. And all of the elders of Israel gathered together and came to Samuel at Ramah, and said to him, Look, you are old, and your sons do not walk in your ways. Now appoint for us a sovereign to rule us like all the nations. But the word was evil in the eyes of Samuel when they said, Give us a sovereign to rule us. So Samuel prayed to Yahweh, and Yahweh said to Samuel, Listen to the voice of the people and all that they say to you, for they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me for reigning over them." So Samuel took it personal. Yahweh said, they're not upset at you, they're not rejecting you, they're rejecting me. So pay attention. Okay, so according to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them out of Mitzrayim, which is Egypt, even to this day, forsaking me and serving other mighty ones. So they're doing to you too. And now listen to their voice. But you shall certainly warn them, and shall make known to them the ruling of sovereign who does reign over them. So Yahweh is telling us the problems that we're going to encounter when we want to instill government over us. And I want you to think about the things that we're dealing with today. Okay? And said, This is the ruling of the sovereign who does reign over you. He shall take your sons and appoint them for his own chariots, to be his horsemen, and they shall run before his chariot. And appoint commanders over his thousands, and commanders over his 50s, or to plow his ground and reap his harvest, or to make his weapons and equipment for his chariots. And your daughters he is going to take to be perfumers and cooks and bakers. And the best of your fields and your vineyards and your olive trees he is going to take and give them to his servants. And a tenth of your grain and your vintage he is going to take and give it to his officers and servants. And your male servants and your female servants and your best young men and your donkeys he is going to take and use for his own work. A tenth of your sheep he is going to take, and you are to be his servant. And you shall cry out in that day because of your sovereign, whom you have chosen for yourself. But Yahweh is not going to answer you in that day. However, the people refused to listen to the voice of Samuel and said, No, but let a sovereign be over us. Then we shall be, we also, like all the nations, and our sovereign shall rule us and go out before us and fight our battles. And Samuel heard all the words of the people, and he repeated them in the hearing of Yahweh. And Yahweh said to Samuel, Listen to their voice, and make them a sovereign. And Samuel said to the men of Israel, Each of you go to his city. See, what's happened here is all of the things that are saying about they taking a tenth of what you have. Think about the taxes that we pay. Taxes are taken out before we even ever get our checks when we work a job. When you think about the best that we got, you think about the IRS. You think about the money that is going into the government and how bureaucrats and these high-level, if you will, government officials are giving them to their family members, their friends, and doing all kinds of obscene things with our money. And everybody's putting all of this money into a pot. Nobody's getting any money out. And everybody's suffering. And then it's not enough that they're in Washington disagreeing. They're in dysfunction. All they seem to care about is who is going to look the best and be ahead for the next election. It's not even about serving you and me. It's just like it was prophesied back here in 1 Samuel chapter 8. So what I'm saying to you is, that is why that link below this video right here is why you need to click that link. Because I'm going to tell you right now, no job, no matter how much you love it, no matter how much you enjoy it, no matter how much you hate it, it's going to take care of your family. Because you can walk in there the next day and that job can be gone. You can be fresh out of luck. You can go in there and they cannot need you. Now, I live in an at-will state. They don't even need a reason to fire someone like me or you if you live in an at-will state. All they need is to say they don't want you. I'm telling you, living off of 40% is not cool. Waiting for Social Security is not cool. Them telling me how much I can make when I'm making Social Security is not cool. This is what you're setting yourselves up for. We're on the cusp of something right now. You can have an opportunity to take full advantage of that. 3 simple steps I'm going to show you how you can make money from home online. And I'm not talking about clocking an 8-hour shift. I'm talking about an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours a day around your schedule. When you want to wake up early, you're an early bird, wake up and do your business. You want to do it in the afternoon, wake up and do your business. You want to do it in the evening, wake up and do your business. And how that information and that content is constantly drawing traffic for you, drawing interest for you, and with the 3 simple steps I'm going to show you how all of that information is going to be tied together and a funnel system is set up for you. So all you need to do is just to do exactly what I'm doing and get your message out. See, people want to reach out to you. Some of you that are listening to my voice may not vibe with me, and that's cool. I'm not really interested in that. What I'm interested in is connecting with the people that in my DNA I was made to connect to on a world scale. Let me show you how to do that. Click this link below. Let's get started changing your situation right now. And I'm talking, we can make sure that short term you're making money, and we can make sure long term you're making money. I promise you, you click the link below, you are not going to be sorry, and I'm going to make sure that you get what you need. Click the link below, and I will see you on the other side, my friend.